you have any remorse for saying these things? Any sense that you owe Casey Anthony an apology?
John, can I ask you, why would you ask me that? That's just so nonsensical. Because clearly, I think the evidence showed that Top Mom, Casey Anthony, was guilty. And to suggest that somehow, because I am a former prosecutor, because I am a crime victim myself, because I have a TV show now, that somehow that suspends my freedom of speech and frankly, my common sense, the question to me doesn't even make sense.
It in no way suspends...
in my mind, has been proven guilty. And as far as any apologies, I think it should be her apologizing to the public for spending about $1 million of their money looking for a child that she says she already knew was dead. As a matter of fact, the local sheriffs and police are asking her to pay a $500,000 bill, and Texas EquiSearch is piling on over $100,000 to that. By her own defense, she knew the child was dead and yet let everyone, hundreds of volunteers, police, sheriffs, on foot, mounted patrol, ATVs, look for Kelly. The whole time she's sitting there twiddling her thumbs on Facebook.
I would in no way ever question your right to freedom of speech. That's why we're here. It's why our system is the way it is. But as you know, you've become a bit of a lightning rod here. I want you to listen to George Stephanopoulos here talking to one of the jurors. He asked her, one of the jurors who said, I had reasonable doubt, he asked her what she thought of Nancy Grace.
I have no comment on Nancy Grace. It's not fit for television.
So you do have thoughts, you're just not going to say them?
They're not, they're negative, and there's no point in it. I think a lot of things she says just fuel the fire, and they're based on nothing, and I obviously am against making decisions based on just speculation and opinions.
What do you make of this? As you know, you've caught some harpoons in the last 24 to 48 hours.
Well, how many clips of critics against me are you going to show, and how does that advance the story that Kelly was murdered and found rotting in a swampy field? But whatever. What do I think about the juror disliking me, or what I have to say? You know, I didn't enter into this to win a popularity contest, John. I don't expect to go home crowned Miss Sweet Potato. When you take a stand, when you believe in anything, and you have the guts to stand up for it, you can expect criticism. You can expect being scoffed at, being ridiculed, being made fun of. But I recall back in 1979, when my fiance was murdered, that changed my life forever. From that point on, it has been my mission to represent crime victims and to do my duty to seek justice. And just because some juror that rendered a bad verdict doesn't like me, or some defense attorney makes fun of me or talks about me, or some talking head talks about me, I don't care. That's not changing anything, because I know what is true and what is real. So you can play all the clips you want to, and it won't change a thing.
Controversial and unapologetic. Nancy Grace, thanks for your time tonight.